Hello, everyone, and welcome to this beautiful day, this lunar eclipse in Virgo here on March the 13th. I'm Aurora Anorca-Farber, and today I'm going to do this oracle reading. I've already pulled the cards, and along with this reading and this energy that I feel here with this eclipse, I want to add in this question. How do you love in an unjust world? So, weaving this in, I wanted to open this up for you to feel that frequency, whether you feel a resistance or a draw to this question, this inquiry. How do you love in an unjust world? And then open your own oracular knowing as I share some of these cards with you. So, the first card today comes from the gene key of today, gene key 36, which is turbulence, the shadow that moves to compassion via humanity. Now, remember in the gene keys, the shadow is the seed of the flower and the fruit. So, whatever the shadow is that we're working with, know that there is a seed of what is possible. And so today, this is gene key 36. Humanity is the gift. And this from Rosie Aronson, her beautiful deck, this is what the gift says. My gift to you, I come to celebrate your humanity, to remind you of your innate goodness, and to reassure you that there is no feeling in you that is inherently wrong or bad. No matter what you've done or experienced in life, you are innocent at your core. What matters now is not what you feel, but what you do with your feelings. I ask you, please don't reject your feelings or react to them. Simply acknowledge and embrace any emotional turbulence within you with compassion. Nervousness is only a sign that you do have some feelings that need to be seen and embraced. Do not run from your pain, for along with your pain comes a great deal of pleasure. It's turbulent on a collective front, and perhaps even for you, it's turbulent on a personal level. And what is coming through me is this knowing that there are two sides. There's another way in which to look at this, to embrace that seed of turbulence, whatever that is, to name it, to know it, to see it, and then to know that this is the seed for compassion. This is the seed for humanity. And indeed, often your own inner turbulence causes you to feel very human. But know that you are both human and divine. And through this divine humanity that is with you, this is the way that you can connect not just to the noise of the turbulence or the rattling or the rumbling or the feeling of being shaken up, but connect to your heart, to connect to this beautiful vessel that is here to help you feel and not turn away from your feelings, as this card just said, to actually use this turbulence as an opportunity to build your own fortitude and your own ways of opening up even more to compassion. How do you love in an unjust world? How do you love in a turbulent world? What if your world feels so shaken up that you feel ungrounded? That's where we can begin. And so the next card from the 13 Morn Oracle, I'll show you this beautiful deck with Ariel Spilsbury, is empty. And this is the card of the Great Mother. It's the sacred tool of the cauldron. Now, when I was picking these cards, another one came. And so I said, okay, let's see how they combine. This is liberation, the color frequency of red, black, and white. And so you see these two cards, empty, the mother, the Great Mother, liberation, the frequency of the liberator. And this indeed is the energy that we are in coming into springtime. We have been in the energy of emptiness in the wintertime here in the Northern Hemisphere and at the beginning of the year. And as I feel into, again, this inquiry, how do you love in an unjust world? How can we take the turbulence that's here with us almost all the time, basically, and empty ourselves to remember to connect down into our body, our physicality, our humanity, into our womb, and to notice as we're cleansing whatever cleansing and clearing practices that you have. You can even just go down the chakras and empty out through the womb. How can we release and become empty. Because when we are not gripping or holding on to the old structures or the way, my opinion, and this is a very Virgonian energy too, that perhaps we're being called to release, like control and perfectionism and my way or the highway, or I want it the way it was or always has been. As change continues to change, because we can rely on change, right? The more that we grip and hold on to these feelings of trying to control, the more we're shaken. In the turbulence, our own body becomes stiff and more rigid. And how can we empty out energetically to still hold what we know to be true, to hold the vision of possibility and prosperity, the dream in our heart, that to still hold love in an unjust world? Perhaps we can start by emptying, being a vessel for which to bring light and hope into the world. And this here, to bring red, white, and black, to be an edge walker, one who rides with the change of creation, destruction, preservation, just like we do in every breath we take. We breathe in, there's a pause and there's a release. How can we do that dance, that three-step dance as we say goodbye to things that need to be released? How we can preserve what is really important and how we can create something new. As I speak this, it does feel like there is a lot of thunder and lightning and earthquaking, shaking going on right now. Our very structures are being shaken up. And as I read these cards, what's coming to me is to ask that question: how can I love in an unjust world? How can I become empty and still have this vision of freedom, of liberation, of creativity in its highest form of what could possibly be in the world? Each of us has a dream of a more loving, more harmonious world. And even though there's so much turbulence, how can we still stay open and keep our heart open to this? Now, the final card I pulled was from one of my favorite Oracle deck creators, Kyle Gray, and it's called Raise Your Vibration. And the card I picked was Living with Purpose and Prosperity. With this card, the universe is reminding you that your life has meaning. By being who you are, making a difference. Your trials, tribulations, and learning experiences have led you to living with purpose, doing everything you do with love in your heart. Again, this feels to me like it's calling us to do things with love, even in this turbulent, shaky world, to become magnetic. And this says, when you give without needing to receive, when you offer a helping hand, when you take the time to offer yourself approval instead of seeking validation from others, you attract prosperity. And so as I feel into these cards, there's this sense of, yes, there is turbulence and we are human, and still through this turbulence we have the possibility of opening our heart even more to compassion for ourselves and for those we care about. And as we do this dance of riding these waves of change, to remember that we have the gift of our own womb space, of our own place, of our own inner sanctuary. And perhaps this is an invitation: if your own inner sanctuary is full of cobwebs, it may be a time to do some cleaning, do some releasing. And this is a wonderful time to do this on this Virgo lunar eclipse, to consciously intend and set an intention on what's no longer serving, what's no longer working, and how you can become an empty vessel so that you can be filled with the energy of liberation. To remember that you are a creator, a creatrix, that even as things are destroyed or even as you let go of things, you have the ability to continue to say, okay, this is gone, but what is it that I want to preserve? Or what is it that in my heart of hearts, I am hoping and praying for, that this change will come in the world? All of that power, I'm feeling that, how that's so connected to the womb space, our ability to be creatrixes of another world, so that we can live with purpose and know that living with purpose brings prosperity. That's one of the things that this booklet says, for this card, the vibe of the day, let me just make sure I got it right, is being myself is my purpose. Being myself is my purpose. So this is a beautiful day to really connect with that energy of being your true self, your full loving self, your self that even perhaps is full of anguish or stress or doubt or fear about the world, knowing that's just part of who you are, knowing that's a seed for something greater. And what if even the turbulence that is in our collective world right now is a seed for something greater? Begin to use your power as a liberator, as a creatrix, to begin to weave in the stories of creativity in the new world that you want to see, so that you will be here to live your purpose and to bring more prosperity to the world. Now, to close this part off, I just want to read something from the Gene Keys site, Gene Key 36. The 36th gift, humanity, doesn't freeze. It doesn't close down. It stays open. Do you know what that entails? Someone or something completely threatens to overwhelm us, and we stay open. Ooh, our heart may recoil for a few moments, but we breathe deeply into our chest, anchor ourselves in the belly, in the womb, and look the experience right in the eye. This is what I feel the final message of this reading is: to not turn away, to look it right in the eye, to tend your own heart, to keep your heart open with compassion, to take the breaks you need to take in order to find your own inner harmony, but to truly know that place of sanctuary in our body is here and it's as available as the next breath. To just come into the body, to remember our power as a creatrix, and to be ourselves from that moment, be our full selves, our full flowering selves, so that we can contribute to the new dream, to the new life, to the new way of being that is coming. How do you love in an unjust world? You stay open, you empty, you know that you are here for a reason. You know that you have the ability to create something new, even from the ashes. You know that you are both human and divine, and you know that you have a divine purpose, and that's why you're here. So continue to go out there and share your love and shine your life. Many blessings to all of you on this beautiful lunar eclipse.